Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. I'm Laura and you're watching Atomic News TV. And what is in the news today, you guys? Surprise, I didn't plan this live stream, nor did I announce it. I am just here. So, hey LJ, how's it going? CB Dave, how's it going, honey? Unit 132, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. Dave, how's it going, Dave? Knows little one. Carolyn, Dorinda, you are so good. You are always in here. You're like one of my biggest fans. So I think that what I'm going to try and do, since the border's been kind of quiet lately as far as the news and what's going on down there, with the extreme heat, there's been a lot less people crossing. So I was like, all right, what can I talk to all my viewers about? And the one thing that I came up with was, just various news topics. I mean, hi, I'm Atomic News. So the only thing, I don't have to only cover immigration and the border and Trump. I can kind of expand and go into other topics, right? That fits under news. But so that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully tonight TKO will show up in the house. TKO is gonna be one of my moderators now. TKO has been watching my videos for months now and has proved themselves trustworthy to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that person a moderator as soon as she jumps in the house. I think she's going to. I told her about it. We'll see. But when she gets here, everybody say, hey to TKO for being a new moderator. And I wanted to show you guys something. Check it out, you guys. You guys remember my video where I said, I need your help finding this? Okay, super hard to find. I think they sell it like in Texas, at like various stores, and Louisiana, like down south. Okay, Delaware punch. Okay, it's kind of like a grapish fruit punch. Girl got her some. That's right. So that's what I am drinking tonight. So cheers to my viewers. Thank you for your help in that. So good. Oh my God. When I growing up like camping, we used to be able to find it in Southern California, but not anymore. Like you can't get this out on this side of the country at all. So it is so good, you guys. If you ever run into it at the store and you like fruit punches, buy it. I highly recommend it. So let's get into it. I don't even know what moderators I'm gonna have in the house tonight. There we go. There's TKO. All right. Okay, so let me make TKO a moderator here. I already announced that you are now a moderator. Boom. Okay, TKO, when you post now, you should have a little blue wrench next to your name that identifies you as a moderator. So now tonight, TKO, when you are looking at chat, you can left click on people's icons, and I think it's left click. I'm sorry, right click. Maybe I'm going crazy. I don't know. No. Okay. If you're on a computer, you'll have the three little dots. If you're on your phone, you'll be able to click on the icon. Okay. And it will give you different options you can approve comments that are being held for review. If you think it's acceptable, I'm going to trust you. If you think the comment is acceptable, you can let it go through. If it's not, then you can delete it. If somebody's being like kind of a hole in the room, you have the power, honey, to boot somebody if you need to. So just kind of kick back tonight and watch things and click around, and don't accidentally kick anybody out though. So welcome TKO, my new moderator. Sorry, I need another drink of Delaware punch. It's so good, you guys. It's so good. I'm sure there's so much sugar in this. So let's get into it. All right, you guys. So we're going to talk about 3 things tonight. All right. The news. First things first, I want to clarify something from last night's live stream that Jen had said. I got a couple text messages and emails about in regards to Jim Benvie and the Guardian Patriots. There was some confusion there. And so I wanted to clarify what Jen meant. I went back and listened, And when I was sitting here next to her, nothing triggered in my mind because there's a certain way that I understood it, but maybe you guys didn't understand it. So I just want to make sure when she was talking about how patriots are being targeted, and the ones, a lot of the ones she referred to, a lot of them have records, okay, but she's referring to the ones that have already been arrested, like Jim Benvie or Johnny Horton Jr., okay. They've either had a previous encounter with the law or a previous previous issue in the court system, okay. And then she wasn't referring to all of the Guardian Patriots that are down there, because there are some Guardian Patriots that are clean as a whistle. Me, okay, clean as a whistle. Viper and Reaper, they're like ex-military. At She-Wolf, she's the sweetest pie, honey. She is the sweetest thing. And Little Rebel, whoo, she's a fireball, but definitely not a troublemaker. So she's kind of like me, but more fired up. Like, I say things the way it is, she extra says things the way it is. Little Rebel. She cracks me up. But she wasn't trying to communicate that everybody that's a patriot over there has a record or has been in trouble. So I just wanted to clarify that for you guys. But those two individuals kind of had something in their past, okay, whatever it may be. And that if you had something in your past, that makes it easier for the left to come after you, because they can go back and pull something that's old and irrelevant, and try and make it something relevant and use it against you. So it's a good thing that not all of us have a past. So hopefully that clarifies things. We still don't have any contact with Jim Benvie. He's not allowed to contact any of the patriots. That's part of his court stuff right now. He has to stay at least 10 miles from the border. So he can't even go down to the border and make any videos. I know you guys miss those videos. So between me and Jen and the other patriots, we're going to have to work a little harder to get you some of that footage. So, all right, moving on. Let's talk about food stamps, you guys, because I know somebody's going to be like here just for food stamps, and they're like, who's Jim Benvie? Right? So there's an article that I woke up to this morning on ABC. It's from their app, okay? And it just blew my mind, okay? The title is New Trump Administration Proposal Would Cut Roughly 3 million People Off Food Stamps. Then there's a little video below, okay? I guess I could play you the video. I mean, like, talk about, I'd be like all ghetto, and I'd be like, hi, watch the video with me. But it's like 8 minutes long. I don't know. Do you guys want to see this video? It's from, I guess it's a show called like What Would You Do? And they put people in situations to see what they would do. And it has to do with this girl in a food stamp line, or I mean, in the checkout at the grocery store, paying with food stamps, and she doesn't have enough. So what would you do if you're the person behind in line, or the cashier, or somebody else working there? So, I mean, if you guys want to see this video, dude, I'll do it ghetto style and I'll play it for you guys, because I still don't have the picture-in-picture thing set up yet. I got to get with Excel to figure out how to do that. But when I watched this video, the first thing that I thought was, this is so racist. It's so racist. Like, it's one of those things that really freaking bugs me, okay? I'm like, what am I going to say? How am I going to word this? How do I describe this? It pisses me off. Okay, like, I'm going to use Old Navy as an example. I used to be a manager for Old Navy, okay? But when you see an Old Navy video, or I mean commercial, you will never see an all-white family, okay? The family sitting at that dinner table or dancing in the street, you always got a white girl, you got an Asian kid, you got a black kid, okay? They have somebody that represents like 5 different races, okay? Because if they didn't, the world would cry, Old Navy is racist. And I mean, heaven forbid, like, they have a commercial with all white people because they were the most qualified for that commercial. They were the best actors. or, you know, they fit what they were looking for as far as their abilities, because we'd be, you know, Old Navy, we'd be racist. I don't work for Old Navy anymore, but you know what I mean? Watch, every time you see an Old Navy commercial, there's going to be like a token person from every race. And when I watched this, I was like, this is so racist. Okay. So there's a white checker and a white customer paying with food stamps. And of course, the white lady who's the checker is mean and rude to her and like, don't you get enough assistance? Don't you get enough help? What, you can't pay for this? I think we've already done enough for you. Okay. Yeah. We're going to demonize the white person in this video. Okay. And then coming up in the line, who helps this other white lady? The Black people. Okay. And because they're sympathetic, because they know what it's like to struggle. And that to me is so racist, not just to the white people, but to the Black people, because you labeled them as struggling in the past. Okay, what? White people can't struggle? We don't struggle? Hi, 2008 under Obama, both me and Mr. Atomic lost our jobs. So we were both laid off in the same 2-week period. Okay, and we had 2 kids to feed. Okay. Yeah, so white people can struggle too. But I just felt that it was so like racially profiled. That's not the right term, but you know what I mean. So I guess I'll play it for you guys here. Hold on, let me you can tell me what you think, okay? And we're gonna do this kind of ghetto style. So eventually I'll have the picture in picture, I promise. So let me make sure the volume's up. Hold on. All right, I'll play it for you, but maybe I'm overreacting. You guys tell me.
Sorry, it says you're $12 short.
Really? Maybe try it again?
Oh. This is a food stamps card? Nope, the card says $30. Your total is $42.01. What's wrong? You didn't get enough free groceries this month?
1 in 7 Americans qualify for SNAP benefits, commonly known as food stamps. But the merits of the program ignite heated debates.
Gresham Albertson's cashier is at the center of controversy tonight, accused of making inflammatory comments to a mom using Oregon's WIC program.
WIC, similar to food stamps, is one of several federal assistance programs aimed at helping low-income individuals and families.
I really need all this. Do you have any other coupons?
Oh, don't look at me for any more freebies.
You're in line at the grocery store when you see this.
See how mean they make the white lady?
Being criticized for relying on government assistance using food stamps. She's $12 short, but the cashier shows no sympathy and in fact is rather insulting. Do you confront the cashier, try to help out the customer, or do you simply move along and mind your own business? What would you do?
Is there a problem?
Yeah, my problem is that my hard-earned money is paying your grocery bill.
We've placed our hidden cameras on the shelves at Superfresh Supermarket, and this first woman is ready to check out.
Is this a food stamps card?
Yeah.
Sorry, you're short $12 on here.
Do you have any coupons you could run through?
No, not really.
Right away, she sums up the situation.
It's coming out of my pocket. I don't think that's right.
I'm trying.
Yeah, well, how hard? I mean, do you have a job?
I used to have a job. I lost my job. I had to go on government assistance. There's nothing you can do?
No, I should take advantage of me.
She offers to pay the difference.
Do you think it's okay that she's using food?
It's okay. Let me handle what I gotta handle, okay? Thank you. I appreciate it.
But our cashier doesn't make it easy.
I don't agree with this.
I do what my money is in your business, okay? So you do your job, and let me do what I need to do.
It's just I don't agree with this system.
Well, I
I don't.
I
have
don't
problems
care
with
if you
it.
agree with it or not.
Time to complete this transaction.
How are you? I'm John Quinones.
Oh.
It's what would you do?
Oh my God, get out of here! I'm gonna be on TV.
Yeah, you sure are.
I've been through tough times too. You know, I was on welfare.
You've been there.
So I know how she feel. I could not have walked away knowing that that lady was going through that. It would have broke my heart knowing that I had the money and I could help her.
Hard. It's at the core of why some people get involved.
I could have sworn I had $50 on there.
I'm sorry you don't.
They use another black person.
You can take all that off of this and her 12 dollars. I'll give that to you. Okay?
Really?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll give it. See, like you need.
Why would you do that? Why? Why?
Do you have a lot of money to give?
I mean, do you have a lot of money to give?
No, I don't have anything. I'm broke. I may not have enough for me.
And you still want to help her?
It's exactly what happened at the Albertsons grocery store we mentioned earlier, except when a customer there offered to pay, she was denied by the cashier.
She goes, no, she gets a free handout. She got her groceries for free. She doesn't need anybody else supporting her.
Albertsons issued a statement denouncing their cashier's reaction. And today, many customers are following suit.
All these other people work.
Well, how much is it?
Why would you help her?
Because she needs a house. She might need it and you don't know what is hungry. I really know what is hungry.
So now let's use some Hispanic people who sympathize and understand.
People take advantage of the system.
I don't know. My heart is clean and I do it with all my heart. That's it.
This woman calls out class disparity.
I think the people are taking advantage.
Now let's use a liberal.
A lot of rich people are taking advantage of the system.
Yeah, but you don't feel like it's coming out of your pocket.
Sure, but you know, it's part of being in a community. I would rather have my money go to poor people on food stamps than tax cuts for the super rich.
And this shopper
Total
can relate
liberal.
all too well.
Are you sure? Why would you help them? Thing to do. I've been in the same situation a bunch. Thank you.
Our scenario hits close to home for this
It's almost
shopper.
over, so hang on.
You know the show?
Yeah.
Johnny Quinones.
I was brought up on public assistance, and my parents are still on disability. My dad has MS, and he's not able to work anymore. That's the only way he gets money.
And not everyone's ripping off the system, huh?
No, that's a really ignorant, small-minded thing to say, and it's a blanket statement for a lot of people who are going through a lot of bad things. Do you have any extra coupons? It's just $12. I'm not giving you anything else.
Throughout the day, nearly all the customers here offer to lend
So now
a
we're gonna-
helping hand.
We're gonna
Have it this. You charge
blur out all the
I
white
don't
people
want
that
to.
tried
I'm
to
sick of
help.
people coming in here and paying food stamps.
Although some do understand where our cashier is coming from.
So it goes on, but you guys get the point, okay? So that was most of it. It goes on for like another more, like one more minute. But I just kind of felt like, okay, I realized the cashier was an actress, but they had to put a white person in there to be the actress, the demon, the mean person, right? And then they're going to use other ethnicities who sympathize and understand because they've been in that situation before. I just think it's so racist, the whole thing, for not just white people, but for other ethnicities too. But that's just me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Here. Let's see. How can it be racist against another white? I'm talking about the fact that they used a white person in the video as the bad person, the mean person that was like, I can't help you anymore. You know, the cashier. You know, they couldn't use any other ethnicity. And then they use other ethnicities like Hispanic and Black and whatnot as the people who are just so good-hearted and understand because they've struggled before too. You know, why couldn't they make the cashier a Black lady and the sympathizer a white woman? Because what, white people don't struggle? So that's how I feel about it. I was just watching this video and going, really? And it just made me think of Old Navy and how Old Navy always has to have every ethnicity in their commercials so that they can be politically correct. So let me read you the article. It says, a new Trump administration proposal revealed on Tuesday would cut roughly 3 million people from the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, otherwise known as SNAP, or food stamps, okay? It's an effort to restrict access to food stamps, it says. Democrats immediately blasted the move. Of course they would. claiming it would take food away from families. Well, yeah. You need to specify, though, take away food from families that don't need it, all right? Not just taking it away from people that do need it, okay? The proposed rule by the U.S. Department of Agriculture comes after Congress initially failed to come to an agreement on the issue in the 2018 Farm Bill and looks to limit access to SNAP benefits by not automatically enrolling individuals who are also receiving minimal temporary assistance for needy families, which is cash assistance. On call with reporters, Acting Deputy Under Secretary Brandon Lips said the proposed rule would result in saving an average of $2.5 billion a year. The department, in a press release on Tuesday, said the move closes a loophole. Loopholes. We need to close a lot of loopholes. Moves to close a loophole. Hold on, I just lost my place. Hold on. Sorry. And said that the program would provide benefits with consistency and integrity to those who need it most. So in other words, they want to cut the people that don't necessarily need it, okay? But they get it, and so they're going to use it because they get it, but don't really necessarily need it. Let's see, they said for too long, this loophole has been used to effectively bypass important eligibility guidelines. Too often, states have misused the flexibility without restraint. And that was said by Agriculture Secretary Sonny Perdue in the news release, okay? I don't know who that is, but the American people expect their government to be fair, efficient, and to have integrity, just as they do in their own homes, businesses, and communities. That is why we are changing the rules, they said, preventing abuse of a critical safety net system so those who need food assistance the most are the only ones who actually receive it. Yeah, because let me just tell you something. Back in Rockford, when I lived in Rockford, I guess they consider that an impoverished area. All of the kids in all of the schools got a 5-year grant, okay, for free breakfast and lunch, okay, free. Didn't matter if you could or could not afford it. So there are tons of kids that were getting fed breakfast and lunch that didn't need the assistance, okay, just because they deemed the area slightly impoverished, okay? So I could have easily afforded to feed my kid breakfast and lunch, but I didn't have to. All right, kiddo, go eat breakfast and lunch. Yep, I didn't have to make breakfast or lunch for what we were there for 5 years, okay? So totally taking advantage of the system, but it's there, okay? So I did it, okay? I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to apply for anything. I didn't have to, fill out a form. I didn't have to show any income, nothing. It's just given to every single child, whether you want it or not, okay? So a complete waste of money for thousands of kids that didn't need it. And that's a perfect example. And that's what they're trying to do with this. They're trying to cut out the waste, the people that don't really need it but get it anyway, okay? Rockford was not the only place. There's places all over the country that happened to. There were some out here in Arizona that got grants too, probably like in Southern Phoenix, I would think, because that's probably like our most impoverished area in the metro area is Southern Phoenix area. But what a waste, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Hey, Let's Be Frank is in the house. What is up? So the top Democrat on Senate committee and our COFEFE on agriculture, nutrition, and forestry, Senator Debbie Stabenow, if I said that right, called the move yet another attempt by this administration to circumvent Congress and make harmful changes to nutrition assistance that have been repeatedly rejected on a bipartisan basis. Yeah, let's blame it on Trump now, because that's all they know how to do. This rule would take away from families. It would take food away from families, prevent children from getting school meals, and make it harder for states to administer food assistance. And that's said by a Michigan Democrat. The administration should stop undermining the intent of Congress and instead focus on implementing the bipartisan farm bill that the president signed into law. For a household to receive SNAP benefits under the proposed rule, it must receive TANF, TANF, the cash assistance, okay, or non-cash benefits valued at a minimum of $50 per month for at least 6 months to be eligible for other non-cash benefits like subsidized employment, work, childcare, blah, 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 blah. The proposed rule also comes after a man dubbed the Minnesota Millionaire enrolled in SNAP benefits for several months to prove a point. Okay, I remember this, which the department cited as an example that the program has been too widely expanded. It is. There are so many people out there getting this that don't need it, and it's so easy. It's really easy, okay? I almost want to like show you how easy it is, but then I don't want to get in trouble too. The proposed rule would fix a loophole that has expanded SNAP recipients in some states to include people who receive assistance when they clearly don't need it, okay? And then blah, 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 it goes on, and it's all about the same stuff. But you guys, okay, in Arizona, a family of 4, I think it's like $600 and something dollars, okay, like almost $700 in food stamps. And in fact, I could probably Google that shit right now. It's ridiculous. I can feed a family of 4 for $50 a week, okay, because I'm smart like that. I'm good like that. Coupons, all that kind of stuff, okay? Mr. Atomic has seen me do it. So to get $600 and something dollars, hold on, let's find out. Arizona SNAP benefits. Let's see what we can find here. Like this program pays way too much, okay, into food. It's just way too much. Okay, here we go. People in the household in Arizona, family of 4, $642 a month. $642. Way too much for family of 4. Like you should be capping that at like 400. Okay, 350. You can feed a family of 4 in a healthy way, okay, for 2/3 of that, okay? Anybody with half a brain could, all right? There are so many programs out here like Bountiful Baskets where you can go get an entire like laundry basket full of produce for like $20 every week. All right. So cheap produce, quality produce. Okay. It's good stuff. I do it. All right. And plus there's produce on wheels, $12 for 70 pounds of produce. All right. They take like the produce that is going to go into the landfill fills because it's ugly. Like it has, you got a carrot that goes, and it isn't pretty. So the people that sell the produce, they want to chuck it. All right. Or let's say the watermelon that maybe isn't perfectly shaped. Things like that. Okay. And they take them, they buy it really cheap, and then they resell it to the public. Okay. And you can go here in Arizona for $12 and get up to 70 pounds of maybe not so pretty produce and feed your family. Okay. You don't need to be eating steak and shrimp and scallops and all the expensive stuff. And it happens, okay? My daughter in Rockford worked at a local grocery store, and she was a checker, and she would check people out. They would pay with food stamps, and I kid you not, Super Bowl Sunday. And I've made the video. If you go back far enough, you'll see the receipts, okay? And I post videos with the receipts. These people, I mean, steak after shrimp after crab legs, okay, like snow crab legs. Yes, it was ridiculous, you guys. That person is getting food stamps that they clearly do not need, okay? And then you've got some of the people who own like little mini marts and grocery stores and things like that on the corner. And they will go and they'll hit the sales, okay, like produce sales, and buy all the cheap oranges or all the cheap apples, and go and get the clearance, bottles of water or whatever. And then they'll pay with their food stamps, turn around and sell it in their store, okay? They want to stop the abuse. Not because they want to take food out of families' mouths, okay? They want to stop the abuse and the use of people that don't need it. And seriously, like right now, I kid you not, I could totally go apply for benefits and work the system because I've researched it. I know how to do it because I'm like I got so pissed off at some of these people that were totally doing this. Like when she started showing me these receipts and stuff like that, and I was like, how do they do it? How do they do it? Like I wanted to be the reporter and uncover the story. And I totally could show you how to do it. All you have to do, let's say, okay, let's pretend, okay, me and Mr. Atomic, let's pretend we have 4 kids, okay? All I have to do is show that I'm working, okay, with my paycheck, because I work off of an hourly rate plus commission, okay? But that commission check, we only get that once a month. I just have to show them my check that has my pay, my hourly pay, which is like squat, okay? Because most of my money comes out of commission. And be like, I have 4 kids, and me and Mr. Atomic, we're separated, okay? And I use my address as this address, his address as somebody else's address, okay? It's so easy. We could still be technically married and just say that we're separated. He pays no child support. Nope, he doesn't pay me any child support either. And all my money goes to rent. Yes. And so I have nothing left over to pay for food for my kids. Guess what? Okay. So if I was a parent with 4 kids, I could get in Arizona $762. And I'd be good for 6 months until they had to check all my information and have me all re-verified. I have to go into DHS and go in and prove all my stuff. And I could just do the same thing again. It's that easy. Okay, so the people that are abusing the system, okay, like imaginary Miss Atomic with 4 kids, I don't have 4 kids, that's who they want to stop, you guys. Let's see. Someone says, for me, it was a joke. I'm on disability and applied to receive $23. Social Security after several years gave a cost of living raise, and there went my food stamps. See, and that's ridiculous. People like you should be the ones that get the help. And the people that are just automatically being enrolled because of a loophole, okay, or kids that are eating free breakfast and lunch in an area that is deemed impoverished, but really don't have a financial need for it, shouldn't be getting it. And see, if I made, this is what's crazy, you guys. If I made my daughter a lunch or sent her to school with a breakfast, and and she didn't eat the free breakfast or lunch, that's not going to help anything. That's not going to free up food for another child. The school isn't going to benefit from that. They're not going to make any money off of it or save any money for anybody. It's still the same. It doesn't change anything. So things like that, that's what they want to stop. Billions and billions of dollars a year being abused and wasted on food stamps, food programs that don't need to happen at all. And I mean, I don't know what else to say about it, but there's so many people that take advantage of this, and it's sick. It's really sick. Now, if you really need the help, I'm all for you going and getting the help. You know what? I will drive you down there myself and help you fill out the form if need be, if you really need the help. Okay, but if you're doing it just to work the system and have more money in your pocket so you can go shopping for your Nike shoes and have your nails done all pretty and all that kind of stuff, because, oh, honey, I've seen that. Okay, Arizona. Oh my God, I just remembered this, and I think Mr. Atomic would totally remember this story too if he's moderating right now. I haven't even seen him because I've been so focused on you guys. This lady, it was Halloween time. In line, it was Fry's Marketplace, okay, which is a grocery store out here. It's like a Kroger, part of Kroger, and shit ton of Halloween candy and pumpkins, and because pumpkins, it's considered a food product, okay? But candy and garbage and cupcakes and pumpkins, all right, pays with her food stamp card because they're food items. She's wearing Nike shoes, has her nails all done with all the little rhinestones. Have you seen the ones where it's all like rhinestone, and the ones that it's got to cost like a fortune to have your nails done because they're so decorated, okay? She's carrying her Coach purse. Coach purses are not cheap, okay? Not cheap. And she pays with her food stamp card, and her kids take her cart out to the car where the husband or boyfriend or whoever is waiting. She gets into a freaking Hummer. Yeah, true story. Hashtag true story. Does that person need food stamps if they have a Hummer and they're wearing Nikes and their nails are decked out like for a $100 nail job? With her Coach purse. Yes, it's a true story. I just sat there and I was like, I'm doing this wrong, clearly, because I'm the person, not right now, but in the past, where I kid you not, I'm like, okay, I have $50. I need to buy us groceries. I need milk. I need bread. I need cereal. I need, and I've got my list, and I'm literally counting in my head the dollars and cents to make sure I have enough, because that is all I have. Me and Mr. Atomic have been there where we're talking paycheck to paycheck, okay? And we're like, we got 50 cents in the account until payday, so that's it, all right? No more spending until payday. We've had that conversation many times. And thank the gods, we don't have that problem at the moment. And you know what? Honestly, if I was going back to that video, I'm in a position where I would help the lady in front of me if I felt that person was deserving. Now, if they had a Coach purse and were wearing Nike shoes with fancied out nails, I may not offer. But I was at the dollar store one time in Rockford, and it was Easter, and the lady was trying to pay for her Easter candy, and she was using her food stamps because in the Dollar Tree you can use SNAP if it's a food product, and she was like $2 and something cents short because she had to pay for the Easter buckets, right? Because that's not a food item. And this girl looked ratty, all right? She looked rough. And I was like, I got it, hon. I got it. I'll pay for her Easter buckets for her kids. I was good with that. And then there's some people out there who they're like, well, how do you know that those Nikes weren't a gift and someone paid for her birthday to get her nails done? Maybe so. But whose Hummer was that? Whoever was in the Hummer could have paid for that lady's pumpkins and candy. Just saying. So, they say don't judge a book by its cover, but I do. And I don't know, you guys might think that's wrong, but I don't know. I have no problem helping people if I really think that they do need it. So yeah, that's what I got to say about food stamps. So if they want to cut some, close some loopholes in regards to food stamps, I'm all for it. Just like they should be closing some loopholes in immigration, because there are plenty of people that abuse both the immigration laws and the food stamp assistance. So do it to it, Trump administration. Make it so. Okay, there was an last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Well, we're at 39 minutes. Last thing, just real quick, I'll show you guys. I shared it on Facebook. You guys, if you're not following my Atomic News Facebook, you should, because I post a lot of articles and things like that there. But I did share this one today. This kind of follows up to the story that one thing that me and Jen mentioned last night about the waves of immigrants that were coming into Texas. It says, this is CBS 4 News that posted this under the hashtag Border News. Over the weekend, 3 groups of over 100 undocumented immigrants in each group turned themselves into U.S. Border Patrol agents in the Rio Grande Valley. Friday, agents working near, if I can pronounce this right, Grangeno, Texas, saw 102 men, women, and children from Central America, Ecuador, and Mexico walking north of the Rio Grande. Less than 24 hours later, Weslaco agents working near Pharr, Texas, which is the what we were talking about last night, Pharr, spotted a group of 140 people from El Salvador, Guatemala, Nicaragua, I can never say that right, and Honduras. On Sunday, McAllen agents working in Hidalgo, I can't speak tonight. Hidalgo, there we go, Texas, observed a large group of 136 immigrants near a local business. In that group, the immigrants were from the countries of Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Cuba. Cuba. That's a whole nother live stream. All of them are currently being processed. I'll show you guys some photos here. Hold on. This one's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see them all like sitting right here. I don't know if I can get the angle right better. And then this one's better. You can kind of see this whole group here. That's big. That's a big group right there. And then there's a third picture. Oh no, that was only those 2 pictures. But I just wanted to show you that. That was what we were talking about last night. So you guys know it takes about 2 hours to process every single migrant in paperwork, questioning, getting them in and out, fed, all their whatever needs taken care of. Okay, 2 hours per person. You know how many officers that takes off the line? Yeah. So though the crossings have slowed down in the Yuma area because of the extreme heat and well, whatever else may be playing into it, it's still happening elsewhere. It's still happening, near the border of New Mexico and near El Paso, Texas, and various other sectors in Texas. It's still happening. So Jen and I kind of joked, we're like, apparently we need to take a trip to Texas and go see what's going on there. But so I just wanted to share that with you guys. Does anybody want to give me their 2 cents about food stamps? What are your thoughts about food stamps? You guys can call in if you want. Area code 480-216-6140. Hey Excel, what's up? Excel says, yeah, Frank, she is so up on you in tech. No, I'm not on OBS right now. I'm doing this through YouTube right now, but on the laptop. I still have questions about OBS Excel before I go live with OBS. And I want to learn how to do the picture-in-picture thing so I can put stuff up here and put stuff up here and like play a video instead of doing it ghetto style like I did earlier where I was like, hey, watch this video. So after this live stream, Excel, if you are still up, let's do this. Hey, CB Dave, thank you so much for your $1 super chat. Hey, you guys, if you're feeling generous tonight, hit that super chat button. It helps me get equipment and take trips to get you footage and things like that to make my live streams better and the footage better and bring you guys more interesting things, more interesting topics and information. If you're not feeling generous or you just can't tonight, that's okay. That's okay. I still love you and I still want you here. So don't worry. But thank you, Stevie Dave. I appreciate that. And you guys, if you ever do super chat, you can actually put a question in there or a comment and I can read it out loud. When you super chat and you hit that $ in the chat section, it like highlights what you want said so I can see it and I don't miss it. You can also do the @ symbol, Atomic News, and then type something and it'll highlight that to me too. So everybody has the opportunity to stand out because as the chat's going, I can't necessarily see everything. But if anybody wants to tell, I want to know what somebody. I want to hear what somebody thinks about food stamps. Let's be frank. Hi, call me. 480-216-6140. Let me know what you think about the whole food stamp thing. Is anybody in an area where their kids get the free lunch and the free breakfast, and you also can afford to pay for breakfast and lunch for your kids, but it's free, so you take advantage of it because it's there? You are, Frank? You're in one of those areas? Because I know you're in Florida. I mean, it's all over the country. Certain areas were granted, like a block. Like for me, it was in Northern Illinois, it was a 5-year block grant that all the kids got free meals. Didn't matter if you were elementary school, middle school, or in high school. And then during summer, they also do the summer meal programs. So, but it's only at select schools.
Build that wall. Build that wall.
Here's somebody.
Build that wall.
Hi, this is Atomic News. How you doing?
I'm good. This is Carolyn from the Snafu crew. What's up?
Hey, Carolyn. How's it going?
Hey, it's not going too bad. We're actually getting some nice rain finally cooling off over here on the East Coast.
Nice. We had a nice monsoon storm come through last night, so it was really neat.
Oh, boy.
So what you got for me? What do you think today?
Okay. Well, I'm just kind of chilling. I've been working on some of the thumbnails. I'm trying to get my ninja foo up with doing the thumbnails and all of that kind of fun stuff, but definitely this topic kind of hits close to us. We actually, as you had asked, both of my kids will be qualified for free lunches and breakfast and all that good stuff, and we do use public assistance. I have not been able to work for the last 5 years. Prior to having my first daughter, I started having a lot of health problems that I had with my disease that I have. Talked with Snap some about that on several of his chats. And basically, we are able to get by with the assistance that we have. And in Maryland, for 4 people, which can change at any given time, where we're at, we get about $570 a month for the food stamp.
Okay, that's good. That's a good amount.
And with that, I mean, once the end of the month is there, I might have maybe $75 or $80. And with all of this stuff going on with the flooding and all of that, I've been using, $10 here, $20 there, trying to take and set stuff aside for down the road for when
smart.
We're going to start having the food issues.
Right. That's smart. So you're thinking smart.
So, and we actually are starting to see some of the food shortages with the fruits and veggies in our Walmart here locally.
Yeah, we had a feeling that was going to happen with all these floods and the farmers having problems. We kind of thought that might happen.
Right, and one of the things that I've been kind of trying to point out, at least that I'm seeing here, is the big time farmers that we have that consistently plant every year, they've actually cut back their normal yield, and they're not planting as much as they normally do. They're down by not quite half. I'd say they're planting about 2/3 of what they normally plant. And typically here we get what is planted here more proficiently than anything else. We have corn, tobacco, and soybeans. And a lot of that, up until the last little bit, is actually, starting to look burned.
Oh.
So that was kind of freaking me out because we've had a lot of sun here. And Elle and some of the fam up in Pennsylvania, they've actually had some weather go through there, but it seems like it's skirting past us, and that's something that I've been noticing is that we're getting like bombarded with all this heat where typically this is the time of year where we get the decent crops starting to really boost up and everything, and we go by the knee high by the 4th of July thing here.
Right, yeah, I know that saying, knee high by the 4th of July.
So, and I mean here, because of all this crazy shifting and everything, we've actually had most of the corn is actually almost 7 feet tall already.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I take at least what I do when I get down to the end of the month, what I'll do and what I'm trying to plan on is here locally they let you go to the Amish market and the farmers market and stuff like that.
They let you go to those farmers markets. Yeah.
And that to me goes a lot further because one, I know it's better stuff. Two, it's local patronage.
Right.
And three, it's better quality all around.
Yeah.
No crap.
So I think it's great that they let people use their benefits at places like that. I get angry when I drive down the road and I see like at Jack in the Box the sign that says we accept EBT, and I'm like, no, no.
They're not supposed to do that. They don't do that here.
Right. Well, they let you use the cash assistance at those places, but they won't let you use food stamps. At the fast food restaurants. But I don't think you should be able to use it for fast food, even if it's the cash assistance. I think, that should be off limits.
I mean, it defeats the purpose.
Right.
It certainly defeats the purpose because the point is it's supposed to be a net, like a safety net.
Right.
And,
that $6 meal could buy 2 days worth of food.
Exactly. And I mean, we have dietary issues on top of it. So the extra that doesn't get spent at the end of the month goes over to the next month where, maybe I've got field trips coming for the kids or something like that. And I've got to go and do the whole packages for the food and then it's the whole process.
Well, it sounds like you're the type of person that deserves it and needs it and should be getting these benefits. And I'm glad that you're getting the help and that it's the people who don't really need it and can get by without it that they're trying to close those loopholes and stop people from taking advantage of the programs. So it sounds like you're getting the help that you need, and that's a good thing. I'm glad that that's happening for you.
It is, and I really appreciate that it's actually been able to help us because I mean, my mom was on assistance when I was a kid, and this kind of does seem like it's a generational thing, but my mom and I have. And my kids also all have a very rare genetic disease, and that causes a lot of problems with your stomach. It causes all sorts of inflammation stuff. So, I plan 2 weeks worth of meals out, and all of it is centered towards, trying to have low sugar and is gluten-free, kind of GMO-free, that kind of stuff. So, I mean,
and I think they should be limiting food stamp usage to where you are buying foods that are healthier and better choices and not the junk food crap like chips and soda and candy and the garbage. Like there's they don't let you buy hot foods. Like if you wanted a rotisserie chicken, you can't go buy that with your food stamp. So if they can limit that, why can't they limit all the garbage and have you only be able to buy food that is deemed somewhat healthy, right? like you're doing, like what you're doing. You're looking for better choices and gluten-free and stuff like that. Right. If
but
they can already put,
it seems like it's set up specifically that way.
Yeah, if they can implement those rules, if they can implement those rules, why can't they implement others that limit the junk food and the garbage?
Just see, they get it. To me, it's always been like a kickback system, where the people that are on food stamps, 99% of the time you will see are in some form of health issue, either before or it's a result of, because you're trying to make your food go as far as it can,
right?
And you end up having to be stuck sometimes with ramen noodles at the end of the month. Now, finding nobody's eating steak or any of that kind of stuff,
right?
But I mean, I've got 2 little kids that I'm trying to feed, and they are somewhat picky, but we're opening their palate to different options. And I figure if I can get them to actually scarf down broccoli and carrots first, instead of chips and junk food, and I've got my capital M for the day. So.
Well, my dear, we're almost at the 10-minute mark, so I've enjoyed talking to you tonight, and I'm glad you called in. So hopefully we'll get to talk again soon, okay?
Absolutely. I love y'all's videos with Starbucks, by the way.
We had a good time. We're going to make some more videos, me and Snafu, so keep watching, all right?
All right, darling. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That brought up some really good points, though, you guys. If they can implement on food stamps, you can't buy hot foods, why can't they say you can't buy garbage? Ding-dongs and ho-hos and chips and pop, as they say in the Midwest, and over here we say soda. Why can't we put other limitations on the food stamp program? Sorry, you cannot buy those $50 packages of snow crab legs. I'm sorry, you can't buy that $20 steak. Okay, you got to get yourself some ground beef, all right? Make yourself some hamburgers. But, it should be easy to do. That's all I'm saying. Why can't we, to save money and maybe have people not take as much advantage of it, because they know they can't go buy the crap. Let's see. I know there were some comments in here that I wanted to read. If somebody else wants to call, you're welcome to. 480-216-6140. We'll probably have time for one more call if somebody wants to. Let's see. Oh, man. Excel, I think it was something you said. Oh, Excel, as far as connecting you to Snafu, well, when I talk to you let's talk after the live stream, okay? And I will give you his number. I'm sure he's not going to care that I gave you his number. And I'll just give him a heads up that, you're going to contact him. You'll like him. He's really cool. I highlighted everybody's comment here. Hold on. I'm going to highlight everybody's comment. Okay, you said a lot, but can't call in. No worries. I'm going to call you, though, so you can help me do the picture-in-picture. Someone says they do it with WIC program. Why not the SNAP? Exactly, Dave. With the WIC program, they limit you to specific foods. All right, so here we go from Florida. Hi, this is Atomic News.
Hello, it's the Border Queen. Hello, how are you doing?
Let's Be Frank is in the house. Well, long time no talk to.
Oh, absolutely. And me as a big doofus over on this side, I was kept dialing the wrong number. I actually was dialing somebody that lived in San Jose, apparently. So
they're like, what about food stamps? Awesome. That's awesome.
Well, it's fantastic to talk to you. It's been such a long time, and bringing up the food stamp. issue, and I figured I'd go ahead and chime in since.
Yeah, because I'm sure you probably got some good opinions on this. I'm sure.
Well, I do live in the great state of Sunshine, Florida, and we do offer free school lunches and breakfasts where in this state here, and everybody receives it, no matter whether you're rich or poor. Everybody gets the free lunch.
Right.
And the kids hate the free lunch anyway.
Right.
Yeah, but I guess my issue where we come with the food stamp assistance and things like that, of that welfare nature, is we look back not too long ago. I think maybe one of your last caller may have touched on it, but I know XL did at least. It's always been like it's almost a stigma to be on food assistance.
Right.
If you remember back in like the 80s and early 90s, before the EBT card, you actually had actual food stamps. There were actually food things, and you had to pay for it.
They're like little coupons that you tear out.
Right, and nobody wanted to be seen with those. And I remember distinctly that other people that had food stamps would trade them for money.
Yes.
With somebody else. So that way they wouldn't be seen with it, and they would pay with cash, and that person that bought the food stamps, I guess they care about using them. They just use them anyway.
Right.
And I think that's one of the when that kind of went away, kind of erased the stigma that went along with food stamps when you started to be able to use that EBT card, just like a debit card or a credit card, and you just slid it. Nobody really paid attention to what you had going on there. But I think also one of the issues with that was the portion where you actually have cash assistance with that, where you're able to pull out cash, and there's nothing that monitors that cash once you pull it out, what you're spending it on. One big controversy that happened down in like the Tampa Bay area when we used to live down there were strip clubs offering you could use their facilities to take out the cash from your EBT card. Eventually that was shut down, but there for a little bit, you were able to do that at strip clubs around the Tampa Bay area.
Oh my God. I need food. I need cash assistance because I need to go to the strip club.
I need 2-for-1 lap dances, and I can't buy any. Let me use my EBT card.
I'll trade you some food stamps too.
The money that's designated to buy food for my children, I'm going to go use on Candy, the stripper.
I did hear something about that. I remember that being in the news. I used to have a coworker who always used to ask me if I wanted to buy her sister's food stamps, that she would go to the grocery store with me and she'd give me $2 in food stamps for every $1 in cash. Yeah, there's people that do that. I mean, a lot here in Phoenix. A lot.
But the whole food stamp thing, I mean, if we were to release it back to the private industries or even the charities and stuff like that, I feel like 100% confident that charities would actually step up and start filling those roles of how the government just hands out this money and it's unaccountable for most of it. And I'm not saying everybody that's on food stamps doesn't deserve it.
Right.
I remember being in grocery retail for tons of years and being a manager. I had associates that would lose their assistance if they made too much money.
Right.
So I remember this young lady, she was up to become full-time, and she was unable to take the position. She told me this confidentially at the time. This was about 10 years ago. She told me, Frank, I can't take the position for full-time. I said, well, I mean, you deserve it. I said, there's nobody better than you what you do. She's like, but if I do, they'll take away my kids' free preschool or and something else. I won't be eligible for any more of the government assistance. And there were so many of those people that worked at that location that were on government assistance, and they refused to better themselves, refused to make more than minimum wage or even a little bit more than minimum wage because their assistance would be pulled from them. So they were okay working at a minimum wage job and receiving that government assistance because it was better than trying to improve their living standard.
Yes. I had a coworker that happened to.
Yeah, the government has created this, this community of dependence, and that's all that we continue to see down the road. So But I just wanted to chime in real quick on that and give you a little bit of a hard time.
No, I mean, you make a good point, because I had a coworker previously that she couldn't work over, 25 hours, because if she did, then she would lose her eligibility. I think because she had a daughter that was disabled or something, that was on assistance. So it benefited her more to work less and make less because of the benefits the government offered versus her working longer hours.
Right. And one quick story, real quick, an
Sure.
actual personal story of mine. My experience with the whole food stamp process. I remember being newlywed with my wife. We were young. We were just married, not too long. We were about a year and a half. We had our first child, and we were struggling. We were struggling to make it. We were both working. We were paying for babysitters and stuff like that. And I said, how about, I was swallowed by pride. I said, how about we go down to the local food stamp office and see if we can't get a little bit of assistance just to help with, the baby formula and stuff like that. See if they can help us out with that.
Right.
So we went down there and we pulled in. There's, as you mentioned, there's these nice fancy cars out there. I remember noting there was a Mercedes-Benz and a BMW out there in the parking lot as we're walking outside. I know those don't belong to government workers.
Right?
So we entered the building, and we fill out the paperwork and everything they had asked you to fill out. We submitted it right then and there. And upon looking at it, I think at the time I was making like $10 an hour, and my wife was making maybe $8 an hour at the time. We're in our early 20s.
Early 20s,
and they looked at it, and they're like, "You make too much money, sir. We can't help you."
Oh my gosh. And you're like, what? I just want like a can of baby formula, please.
Exactly. That's what we were looking for. We were
Right?
getting a little bit of help for the baby formula, which was eating into a big portion of our leftover money after car payment, insurance, rent, and just a little bit of living expenses. We still needed a little bit of help. We were coming out negative at the end of the week.
Yeah.
We would have to make those decisions. Are we going to what kind of food we need to cut back on us to make sure we have enough for the baby? And it wasn't for a long-term assistance. We were just looking for something to help us for a couple months until the baby can actually drink regular milk.
Yeah.
And that after that point, it left a very sour taste in my mouth about how corrupt government actually is in distributing these programs. Because I even remember being almost kicked out of the office because I pointed at the guy that I saw walking. I said, "That guy has a Mercedes-Benz outside, and he's picking up his food stamps right now." I say, "You're telling me I make too much? Go look at my car outside. I guarantee you it's not Mercedes-Benz." And they're, "Oh, sir, you need to leave."
Hey, you were taking care of your family. You got keeping it real, right?
Yeah, even from that experience, I internalized it and say, I need to do something more to provide for my family and maybe work harder at what I was doing to earn, more money, promotion, et cetera, to take care of my family. And that's why I did. I used it as a inspiration to do something more without the government helping me along there. So, but I just want to share that personal story with you while I had you on the phone for a second and say hello. It's been such a wonderful time talking to you.
Yeah, I'm glad. It's been a long time. I'm glad we got to talk. I miss doing live streams with you.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to get back to that once we get the logistics and your schedule kind of worked out where we can find a day somewhere and be able to do it together. My audience absolutely misses you coming over and giving those border updates. So I had to do the last couple ones. I'm not as entertaining as you are, though.
Well, we'll do it. That's for sure. Let's plan something.
All right. Sounds great. Well, it's great talking to you, Laura, and I will talk to you a little later.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. I love Let's Be Frank. You guys, if you're not subscribed to Let's Be Frank, after this live stream, you need to go subscribe. That's right, because he doesn't just talk about one thing, okay? He talks about many things. And I would say his specialty is the squad. He's really good at AOC, okay? He's really good with AOC. So if you like hearing stories about AOC, his channel, you're gonna like it. He does all sorts of stuff, but I think my favorite videos are the ones where he talks about AOC. So I don't want everybody that's watching, I don't want everybody to think that I'm like heartless and I have an opinion, like an awful opinion about people who use food stamps, because I don't. Okay. I am opinionated. Okay. But I just want, and if there's anybody that watches this video and you live in the Phoenix metro area and you are having a problem making ends meet because of high food prices, or you're having a tough time because you can't get food stamps, you don't qualify, but you need it, I want you to email me. Okay. Sharpie marker _ 1975 at yahoo.com. And I will send you the links to all of the different things that I use and take advantage of, okay, like Bountiful Baskets, Produce on Wheels. I can probably still go back and find them if I have to, but churches who have like once a month, they have like, I think it's St. Mary's Food Bank or something like that, that come and it's like no income. They don't check income, nothing. And you can basically go down the line and pick food. Okay. Like I know those things. Okay. Because Obama, 2008. All right. Me and Mr. Atomic laid off in the same 2-week period. We struggled. So I had to think smart and be smart and work smart and go hustle and find us some food. Okay. So this girl knows how to do it. All right. I can even teach you how to dumpster dive. Okay. And do it the safe way. You guys, there are grocery stores that throw out cases of bottled water. So think of like a 24 pack of bottled water. Just because one bottle fell out of the case and it's missing, instead of, selling it discounted, they shove it in the dumpster. Okay, still wrapped in the plastic, still completely fine. Okay, this girl knows how to dumpster dive. Ask Mr. Atomic. Okay. Now, okay, with the heat and stuff in Arizona, you don't want to dumpster dive like for meat or anything like that. But I can connect you to some groups that will teach you how to do it. All right. Penny shopping at Dollar General. This girl knows how to find the 1 penny items at Dollar General once a week. Okay. And sometimes those are food items. Okay. And I will literally go into Dollar General and be like, thank you, and pull all those items into my cart, go up, and have a receipt a mile long and pay like 25 cents. Yeah, me. I know how to do all this stuff. Okay, so if you are somebody in the Phoenix metro area, all right, who is struggling and being denied food stamps or assistance, and you actually really need it, and you're pissed off that there's all these other people that are taking advantage of the program, selling their food stamps or buying steak and lobster with their food stamps, email me, all right? I'm going to send you the links to these places where you can get an entire laundry basket full of fresh produce for $20, or 70 pounds of produce for $12. Okay. Because I'm cool like that. All right. And I can't, you know what? Every family should be doing it. Honestly, they should. All right. Especially with produce. That is the one thing that people are not necessarily taking advantage of when they have the food stamps. Okay. They're going to go buy the garbage. Okay. I've seen the carts full of garbage, and they whip out their food stamp card and they've got like 4 cases of soda and all the sugary cereals and not a single fruit or vegetable in their cart. Okay. Yeah, I've seen all that. All right. And you can literally pick them out in line. I'm like, I'll be right behind them. I'll be like, watch this chick right here. She's going to whip out a food stamp card. It's like they wear a sign on their forehead. You can pick them out a mile away. All right. They don't take advantage of that chance to have really good food, good stuff that's good for you, and that pisses me off. Okay, so if you guys, don't be afraid to email me. It's all good. I'm cool. I'm not going to judge you, because I'm kind of proud of the fact that I know all these ins and outs and little secrets. Okay, of getting the good stuff and doing it the right way. All right, not taking advantage of things. All right. So that is what I have for you guys tonight. You guys, if you're new here, welcome. Hi. I should have said that a long time ago. hit the subscribe button and be an atomic bomb and hang out with us and be part of Atomic News. Make sure you hit that bell icon and flip it to all notifications so that you get notifications on my live streams, any of my pre-recorded videos. And then you can see in the community section when I post, when I'm going to do like a special live stream, or I have a poll or a question for you guys, you'll be able to see there. You guys make sure you're subscribed. And then if you're not already subscribed to my backup channel, go look for Atomic News TV and hit subscribe. When this video uploads, I'm gonna put the link in there, but I can't fit it that's another thing I need Excel for, is to be able to fit all that stuff into my description box when I'm doing this. So that's all I got for you guys. Thank you, TKO, and welcome to being a moderator. So good to talk to you, Let's Be Frank. You guys go subscribe to Let's Be Frank. And thank you again, Black Bart, aka Mr. Atomic, for always holding down the fort in the chat room. I don't know, maybe I'll live stream tomorrow night too. We'll see. You guys, I think this 8 o'clock time is a good time. So tomorrow night I work late. So probably my next live stream will probably be Thursday, but I'll post it in community and let you guys know for sure. All right. So you guys have a good night. And until then, peace out.